officials from the Department of Commerce, New Delhi, who have come here today to interact with the industry, understand our challenges, and support the growth of the export and this sector. Mr. Muqtabil Amin, the Vice Chairman, who is also the Chairman-elect of the Super House, is one of the largest exporter in acts, also actively associated with the Educational Institute across North India. And you know Mr. Wahab, who is the Southern Regional Chairman, who represents 45% of the Indian footwear and leather industry from the South. For those who may not know me, my name is Akhil Panona. I'm the former Chairman of CLE, and also we have the former Chairman of Leather Sector Skill Council, and also I'm the Chairman of Florence Shoe Company, and we also have a joint venture with the Hong Shu Group at the Grand Atlantia Panapakam SEZ. I would like to sincerely take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, for his visionary Make in India. The Make in India initiative started in 2013, and since then it has transformed India into one of the world's preferred manufacturing destinations. Though his leadership continued to promotion of India's globally of our country's image as a trusted manufacturer and investment which has strengthened significantly. And we are all very proud of our Honorable Prime Minister of our country. Wherever we go today, we are being recognized in a fully developed manner, and our products are being sold all over the world today. I would also thank our Honorable Minister, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, for his continued support for the leather and footwear sector and his commitment. And also it is quite interesting that when we have interaction with the Commerce Secretary, Shri Rajesh Agarwal ji, IAS, he is not only a Commerce Secretary for us, but he is a guiding factor for us. Whenever we go that our market has been specially spread only to America and Europe, but he always tells us to find a new market. And he has been helping our industry to go into the different market, and recently he was in Japan, and also now recently he's traveling again. He's trying to take the industry forward to other destinations, which we are very grateful to our Commerce Secretary, Madam. What is particularly remarkable about the present administration is the close engagement with the industry. In the past, interaction were limited to only policy or regulatory matters. Today it is not so. With this government, with this Honorable Prime Minister, with this Honorable Commerce Minister, our association has been very easy, accessible, and also very supportive to our industry. Our Vice Chairman will speak more about the packages that has been delivered to this industry. But I can say the partnership has played a bigger role between the government and our industry. I would also especially like to acknowledge Madam Nidhi Keswani ji and Madam Vital Jalan ji, because especially when we go to Delhi, we don't have to wait. Madam calls us immediately into the cabin. So we are we have so much of access in the Department of Commerce and DPIT, and we have good relationship, especially the Council for Leather Export. Madam, we are very thankful to you for giving support who are established here, and I'm sure that we'll get a clear idea of how the industry has evolved in the last 10 years with this government, of the investment, Make in India, and every initiative what our Honorable Prime Minister is making has had the fruition all these years. And I firmly believe that under the leadership and government, India is poised to sustain the economic growth, higher export, strong manufacturing, increased investment, and large-scale employment. The opportunity before our country is immense. The future of India is bright, and the leather and footwear industry is proud to partner with the Government of India and the Department of Commerce in the journey of nation building. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
India has emerged as a stronger, more resilient, and a more globally integrated trading nation in the last 12 years under the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. He said so during his remarks at the Bharat Tex Expo in 2024, which was essentially that we have to be vocal for local and local to global. And that is the direction we are heading in, guided by this mission of transforming India into a global export hub. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry have, over the past 12 years, pursued reforms, trade facilitation, digital transformation, and market access expansion. My attempt during the presentation would be to cover all of these areas briefly. Number one, strengthening our export trajectory. Over these 12 years, India has increased its exports both on the merchandise side, which is the goods, as well as the services. Last year, we hit an all-time high of 863 billion. This shows you a rising trajectory of our trade over a period of time and the level at which it has increased over the past few years. When we specifically speak of exports, we talk of both merchandise and services. Here we can see that there has been an increase in the merchandise trade as well as services, which essentially constitutes your tourism, your travel, and your other aspects like telecom and digital features. Coming specifically to the leather and sports good, we stand here today in Tamil Nadu. It accounts for 37% of India's exports globally. This year, that is the year ending 2026, we were at 4.27 billion in this specific area, and we stand tall in terms of the exports and the quality of our exports. Strengthening trade relations through FTAs, you must have heard that the government has over the past 10 years increased its landscape of FTAs. We have signed FTAs with Mauritius, Australia, UK, EU, UAE, and we are negotiating it with EAU. We've done EFTA, we've done it with New Zealand. The advantages of these free trade agreements is that the duties, which were earlier pegged at 6%, 5%, now come down to 0. So it makes our exports more competitive, and for Tamil Nadu, which has been the lead in this particular sector, even more competitive globally. We can see that across all these FTA countries, our share has been roughly from 2% to 3% to 4%, and this is what the industry leaders sitting here should target in terms of potential. That is the potential we have. We can only go higher from here. When we speak of Tamil Nadu, there are many areas which it excels in: textile, apparel, leather, marine products, electronic products, gems and jewelry, and it is an ecosystem harboring all of this for our export purposes. This gives a broad overview of where Tamil Nadu stands. It's got the 37% share in leather and manufacturing of leather, the footwear, the accessories, followed by Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. In terms of digital transformation, the next few slides will show how the government has put together a e-governance platform to help the exporters achieve their goals and processes are completed faster. So this is about management, it is about facilitation, and in case there is a query, there is a Trade Connect platform, you can go onto that and have the query answered. We have a trade intelligence portal. This gives the data from across the world to every stakeholder who wants to use it, and a comparison product-wise, line-wise, industry-wise. Digital enablers have been created once again for e-governance, for facilitating exports faster, which includes your instant generation of codes, your policy updates, the certificate of origins are provided online now. So all of these efforts aim to facilitate exports for the industry stakeholders. In terms of promoting Brand India, it was mentioned before me, we have an export promotion mission. It's there for the next 5 years. Approximately 25,000 crores is there in terms of the key pillars of the Niryat Protsahan and the Niryat Disha. Under this comes all the assistance that the government will provide to the exporters in terms of facilitating solutions, in terms of export promotion missions to other countries, and the credit guarantees, etc.
Consonance with our Honorable Prime Minister's vision that when we make in India and we make for the world. So this is where the whole focus of the government with whole of government approach comes into play, where commerce is working towards bringing and opening new avenues, new markets for exports. It is for the DPIIT side that we work towards building the infrastructure, building the ecosystem where our industries can flourish, they can expand and increase their production capacities, remove the disadvantages, overcome those challenges which they face from their exporter, from their competitors, and explore and diversify the markets to which they attain. From DPIIT side, we know that in one of the major aspects for infrastructure for any manufacturing unit is the land. So under NICDC, National Industrial Corridor Development Program, there are 20 greenfield industrial smart cities which are being created. 4 of them are completed and 16 are under implementation. A project area of almost more than 49,000 acres is being created with project cost of 50,000 crore and above, where all these industries can come in the plug and play model with all the common facilities and amenities, common infrastructure, so that the manufacturing ecosystem can be built in. And today more than 134 companies have started the commercial production in these areas, and companies even from outside and with the joint ventures and collaborative partnerships are emerging. So taking a cue from here, currently the government has also announced a Bharat Audyogik Vikas scheme, an initiative for developing 100 investment-ready plug-and-play industrial parks across the country with an outlay of more than 33,000 crore from 2027 till 2032. So the idea is to create the ready-to-move industrial parks where manufacturing units can set up, and in a larger scale, which have more green energy integration, which have multimodal connectivity, the town planning based development, all the facilities for the labor and employment, and they can have, and the strategic locations where the connectivity and the export orientation can take up. So with this, and a minimum area of more than 100 crore is now upcoming. So this is one of the areas which will bring in the ecosystem where the readily land availability is ready. When we look into the data bank which is there, so there is an industrial India Industrial Land Bank, the data system. This is the ecosystem which is already existing. Today under IILB, the data for all the 36 states and UTs is onboarded, whether it is private or public industrial parks. More than 2,541 GIS enabled parks are available, and these parks are every year there is an IPRS scheme under which the rating mechanism is followed, so that there is competition amongst all the existing industrial parks to improve their facilities and improve their ecosystem and the delivery of the services in these. So this also gives a good base of continuity of the parks and the assets which are established. When we talk about this industrial ecosystem, logistics play a very critical role. We all know that the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, under this scheme, the digital platform has been created where all such major projects which I have mentioned now are monitored, and there are multiple layers of various other projects are built in a unified manner, so that a holistic planning can take place, where if any connectivity projects are taken up, it is ensured that they are in convergence with the upcoming industrial parks that are coming up. So almost 392 infrastructure projects worth more than 18 lakh crore are currently being evaluated and monitored very closely, so that the implementation takes place timely and they lead to effective delivery of the services. There are various data layers also which are created right up to the district level, so that this database can also be used for planning purposes by all the state governments and even the central governments and various other ministries as well. As a result of all these activities, today, since in the past 10 years, if we see, India's ranking in Logistic Performance Index has improved by 16 places. Today it is at the 30th, as on 2023, it stands at 38th rank. The National Logistics Policy, which was launched in 2022, today most of the states, it comes down to the state level logistics planning and also bringing it down to the major district level logistics planning to ensure that the alignment right up to the industry level, the industry cluster level of the logistics connectivity takes place. So as a result of this, we have today almost the logistics percentage cost as a percentage of GDP. It was assessed first time through evidence-based methodology, and in India it is estimated as 7.9% of the GDP, which is at par with most of the advanced economies in the world.